Is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Thank you for joining me today on the Rights and Services for Students Displaced by Recent Hurricanes. My name is Laura Arrington, and I'm the coordinator of the Midwest Parent Center here at Starbridge. I want to share some information about our organization. Here at Starbridge, our mission is to partner with people who have disabilities, their families, and others who support them to realize fulfilling possibilities in education, employment, health, and community living, and to transform communities to include everyone. Starbridge touches the lives of more than 14,000 people each year. Most of our programs focus on the Greater Rochester and Finger Lakes region. Our parent centers support families across New York State, except for New York City and Long Island. Some of our supports and services include special education supports, advocacy, the Family Reimbursement Program, the TIES Recreation Program, disability awareness, workshops, conferences, as well as New York State partners in policymaking. Recently, Hurricanes Harvey, Irma, and Maria have battered Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, and several other countries in the Caribbean, leaving thousands displaced. Some of these families have relocated to New York State. This presentation will provide you with information and resources and explain the rights of students displaced by these natural disasters. If you are someone whose family was displaced, or if you support displaced families through your agency or school, here's what you need to know. Students who are temporarily displaced due to these disasters may be protected by the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act. This is a federal law that details the educational rights of students in temporary housing. This definition of homelessness covers children and youth who lack a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, may be doubling up with friends or family, may be living in motels or hotels, and have a primary nighttime location such as a shelter, vehicle, substandard housing, or other temporary arrangements. McKinney-Vento covers unaccompanied youth. This means youth that are not in the physical custody of their parent or legal guardian and are living in temporary housing arrangements. This may include youth whose parents have sent them to temporarily live with relatives in New York State because of damage to their parents' homes as a result of the hurricanes. These students are entitled to immediate enrollment and participation and do not need parental consent to enroll in school. Each school district, charter school, and BOCES must have a McKinney-Vento liaison to serve as the primary contact between families experiencing homelessness, school staff, district personnel, and local social service agencies. The liaison will coordinate with other entities and agencies, ensure students have full and equal opportunity to succeed in school, make sure students receive educational services for which they are eligible, and refer families and students to appropriate health, mental health, dental, and other services. All students in temporary housing are eligible to receive free school meals. Students experiencing homelessness can get free school meals without submitting an application. The McKinney-Vento liaison can give a letter to the food service director with a list of names of students who have been designated as homeless and the effective date. Students who are all under McKinney-Vento are entitled to immediate enrollment in school, even if they are unable to produce records normally required for enrollment, such as academic records, special education records, medical records, immunization records, proof of residency, or other documentation. Students must have access to all of the school district's programs, activities, and services. Important information to remember: it is the enrolling school's responsibility to request the records from the school that the student in temporary housing previously attended, even if the records are not immediately available, as may be the case of some of these students. For immunization and health requirements, it is the enrolling school's responsibility to request a copy of the immunization records from the school previously attended. The McKinney-Vento Liaison must assist the student's parents or guardians in obtaining the necessary physical exams, immunizations, or medical records. If the school is unable to obtain a physical, if the student, is unable to obtain a physical through their personal medical provider, the district medical director must provide a school physical at no cost to the parent or guardian. For students who have disabilities, schools will need to continue to provide them with a free and appropriate public education, including special education programs and services. The district must take reasonable steps to promptly obtain the IEP and any other records relating to the provisions of special education programs and services for the student. They need to develop a temporary IEP with the agreement of the parent or guardian if an IEP is not immediately available, but it is understood that a student is a student with a disability in need of special education and related services. The district needs to provide families with a copy of the procedural safeguards. Some more resources for families is please feel free to give us a call here at Starbridge at 585-546-1700. You can also register with FEMA at 1-800-621-3362. Also for families, please feel free to call your school district's main office to get connected to your McKinney-Vento liaison. And for schools, you can call your regional New York State Education Department Special Education Quality Assurance Office at 518-426-6366. For more information on the memo for students displaced by recent hurricanes, please visit New York State's Education Department website, and you will see the location of that memo below. Again, here at Starbridge, please feel free to give us a call if you have any questions or concerns at 585-546-1700. Thank you, and have a great day.